our children in health, education and housing.
Yeah, there's going to be a clock, and we're going to give you a couple of minutes to maybe talk about yourself if you want to first. And then I think if we do that 2 minutes and then that 5 minutes, yeah.
Can you all hear me from here? Okay, great. So, kia ora koutou, I'm Susanne, Ruthven, the Green Party candidate from Hutt. Just quickly to tell you a bit about me. I grew up in Lower Hutt in Mangaraki. When I was at primary school in Mangaraki, I wanted to take the carpentry class, but I was told that carpentry was for boys and that baking was for girls. And that was the first time that I stood up for women's rights. So it's no great surprise that I went on to study law at Victoria University and later on became a human rights barrister, where I've been working for the last 7 years since having my first child. I have 4 children. A 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and baby Paige, who's 11 weeks old. I decided recently to make the shift from law into politics because although as a human rights barrister I could advocate for the rights and freedoms of my individual clients, that really wasn't enough for me anymore. That was really only helping those individuals. And I wanted to do more. And I realised as a politician in Parliament, I can advocate for the rights and freedoms of all New Zealanders. So I decided to join the Green Party and stand as a candidate in Hutt. In relation to the question, Holly Walker and I have been going around Decile 1 to 4 schools across the whole Hutt Valley, Upper Hutt and Lower Hutt. And what we have been seeing is that children are going to schools without breakfast, without lunches in their lunchboxes, some of them without jerseys or raincoats or shoes. And our children cannot learn when they are hungry, when they are cold, when they are sick. We know that the educational achievement of our children, 80% of the impact on their educational achievement happens outside the school gate. That means that if we can reduce the impact of poverty on our children, then our children will be better off. The Green Party believes in putting our children at the heart of all of our policies. And we believe in having a fairer society where every child has enough to thrive. We have $1 billion plan to tackle child poverty. We will create a 40% top tax rate on incomes of $140,000. We have chosen that income threshold because that means that our MPs will be part of the solution for child poverty here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And we will give the money that is generated from this tax rate back into our children by providing them with a children's credit, a non-discriminatory payment for those who beneficiaries as well as others with newborns. We will also create hubs in our schools, hubs where we will work with the communities in each of these schools to find out what those communities need to eradicate the impact of poverty on our children. That may be providing lunches or breakfast or a dedicated health nurse, ECE on site, anything that that community needs to be able to make it that our children aren't suffering the impacts of poverty. We know that children cannot learn when they are sick, and so the Green Party will extend free GP and prescriptions to all children up until the age of 18. We know as well that children are cold in their homes and they are becoming sick from the homes that we have. Our housing stock in New Zealand is one of the poorest in the developed countries. We were behind the initiative of the Warm Up New Zealand scheme, the home installation scheme. So we will extend that further to those families and restore that scheme. We will provide a warrant of fitness for all rentals, not just state housing but private rentals as well, to up the standard of our housing so that we can provide warm, dry homes for our children. And we'll strengthen the Residential Tenancy Act so that families have longer, secure terms in their houses. We believe in a fairer society, one where every child has enough to thrive, as well as a clean environment where we have rivers that we can swim in again, and a smarter economy, one that benefits all. And we will work with our economy to be able to help raise incomes and create jobs to be able to help families